Morning, girls. How are we doing? We are back here again with Amberlynn Reid. This one is opening up about my dating life, which is my favorite topic ever. Everything I ate today, which is my other favorite topic ever. An easy pasta recipe. It's 3 for 3. It's my favorite topic ever. Vlog. Oh god. Well, at least today's one topic I seriously don't care about, and two food-related topics. So I guess that's a slight improvement over either all topics I don't care about or three food-related topics. We're kind of meeting in the middle here. Fantastic. I am so excited for this. I'm not even close to being excited for this. I'm lying to all of you. Let's get straight into it, guys.
Hello. Welcome to the vlog. I know I've been MIA.
Bit rough
I
looking.
just don't.
She looks weird. I feel bad just saying that, like just straight up, just that. She looks weird, but she kind of does look weird. Her face looks extra wide. Her chins look extra full. The glitter never really looks good. I think I said before that I kind of like the side part hairstyle. I don't anymore because it just makes her face look extra wide. Maybe I said it before I got my new monitor, but now with the new monitor, with her face already looking wider, she now looks even widerer, which is not a great look. Widerer, why not? I'll go with that.
I don't know. I feel like I have a million things to say, but are any of them worth saying?
Probably not.
That's my
really,
headspace
probably
right
not.
now, but
no.
Anyways, hello. I am vlogging today.
She's like a professional vlogger, and she's like, I want to say stuff, but like, is it like even worth like talking about? I was like, what's never stopped you before? That's probably the first thing you should look at. It's never stopped you before. I know intimately your interest in cheese. That is probably not something I should ever really know about. I know about your interest in cheese, your interest in Lego, how you like to organize your Lego, your pixel art, how you like to organize your all that kind of shit. I know far too much about the most mundane shit about you. So honest to God, whatever you're thinking, is this worth including my vlogs? Either apply that to everything else you're about to put in your vlogs, or just don't apply it at all and just fucking tell me.
So it took me almost 2 hours to do my hair.
Crazy.
And that's why I
It's
haven't
not worth it.
put waves in it, because it does take literally forever. So a lot of people have asked about.
I've never really, oh god, I've never really done like any kind of hairstyling before. Like it is kind of one of those like keep like kind of shave back and sides and kind of put it up a bit on top sometimes. That kind of shit. I don't know if it would take hours to do this. People will have to tell me if it takes hours to do this. But it really doesn't seem like it should take hours to do this. This is like tidying your entire house might take a couple of hours. This shit shouldn't.
My fairy hair,
I
I can wash it, straighten it, curl it, do whatever I want with it. What it is like these strands, which silk, no. Ugh, I don't remember.
I feel like I've been educated. I have been educated on fairy. Everyone's asking me about fairy. Are people asking about fairy hair, or are they saying why is a grown ass woman wearing something that looks like it's designed for children? I think people are saying that. I don't know why anyone's saying like fairy hair. That is confusing. Amber, please just sit down and inform me as to what fairy hair relates to. Please explain the branding. I don't think anyone thinks like that. Everyone's just like, why the fuck are you wearing it, bro? Why are you still wearing it? It's been like a week. Why are you still wearing it? It looks silly. That kind of thing. I don't think anyone wants to know what it is. And then when she comes out to teach us what it is, she's like, it's like, silk or something. It's like, thanks. I can picture it in my head. I can see the packaging in my brain.
What? But it goes to the root of just one of your hairs, and it's just like a knot.
Wow.
So when that natural hair comes out or falls out, that's when the fairy hair will come out. I think in total, I've had two or three fall out already. I am planning on getting more.
Why?
I'm probably gonna stick with the gold because I feel like it.
Why? Just why? Just why in general? Why are you thinking getting more? It looks silly. Isn't this the point where it's like, okay, it's tied to your hair, which sounds difficult to do. Try and tie a hair, like one hair wide like item around the root of another hair at your scalp. That sounds really difficult to do, doesn't it? Maybe I'm just really stupid. Maybe she's explaining it really poorly. Maybe women are just like, I know better with that kind of shit than I ever potentially could be, because that just sounds really complicated. I find it hard enough to like pluck out a single like fucking like straight beard hair or something like that. But I just why wear them? Why wear them? It looks silly. I don't really think it looks good. It doesn't make you look more youthful if that's what she's going for. Like, doesn't really help with the gold glitter she's got in her eyes, but are probably like 4 days old at this point. I don't know. Maybe she's like hitting a midlife crisis. That's why she just like spends her entire time drinking and being sad online. Maybe she's like, oh god, I'm 32, 33, whatever the fuck age she is, and she's suddenly like, oh my god, it's all downhill from here because I'm fucking 550 pounds. I'm basically like dead already. Then maybe that's why she's getting a midlife crisis now, and she's trying to be youthful by wearing like children's fucking glitter hair strands.
Goes really good with my hair. But yeah, you just treat your hair like you normally treat it. You wash it, brush it, whatever it may be.
Well,
and yeah.
Some people do that more than others. Some people, might not do it for an entire year. Some people might act like that. Some people might do it every day. It really just depends. Let's go.
Currently taking my baby for a walk.
I believe you entirely.
Yeah. It honestly feels so good outside today.
Does it?
Like what? So I think I'm gonna walk Twinkie a little bit further than we usually go because it just feels.
What are we doing? Guys, do you believe me yet that I'm walking my dog? Do you believe me? Yes, I know I'm keeping the camera stuck down in the ground, so really you have no idea how far I could potentially have gone with my... this might be my front curb. I literally could have walked 6 meters from my fucking front door at this point. But guys, it's such a nice day. I think I'm going to go even further. I think I might go 10 meters away. I know some people say I'm crazy, but I might... It doesn't mean anything when we have no idea where you are, how far you walk your dog, how long you walk your dog. Just go, I actually might walk them more than usual. It's that doesn't mean anything to me, bro.
It feels so good.
Sure.
Okay, so I think I just came to terms with, I need to start doing my makeup.
Did Amber try and climb that fucking fence? What happened to those boys? Someone had a very unpleasant experience trying to climb over that fence at some point. Holy shit. Someone lost their virginity here.
In natural sunlight.
What are you talking about?
Because your girl be looking a little different when she's in the sunlight. Ooh. Y'all, I'm just...
Well, your makeup looked bad, both in real life, in natural sunlight, in unnatural light. Your makeup just generally looks bad. I don't think it's a case of I should start doing it in natural light, which maybe you should. That might be a good idea, just to experience natural light. I don't know, just open a window or something like that. But I think most women just do theirs in a mirror or something like that. They don't necessarily always use the sun as a guide for it. So I think most people can do it fine. You just aren't very good at makeup.
Noticing that every single day I am improving my stamina.
Oh, we're back in the fucking fridge.
Everyone's favorite question is how do you...
Every single day she's improving her stamina. Bro, there is literally no evidence of this. There is literally no fucking... We're on arc 3000 of I'm improving my stamina. Jesus Christ. Okay, it's fine. I believe you. You can live by yourself. You don't need a caretaker. Amber, if I just say I agree, can you stop trying to fucking make me believe you?
Yeah, do it. It's really just me pushing myself to do more. So I'm feeling a little hungry.
Everyone keeps asking me, Amber, how are you so good at improving your stamina? Oh my god, it's basically you're a triathlete or something like that. No one asks that question. No one asks, how do you do it? How do you improve your stamina so much? Because no one thinks you've improved your stamina. Who's she talking to? Does she have headmates or something like that? What the fuck? This is a girl sitting here telling me about improving her stamina was getting I don't know, fucking pickles or something like that out of the fucking fridge.
I noticed that a lot of the foods that I'm eating lately, very high in sodium. Here's a beautiful example of that.
Maybe why does she look so bad recently? She looks so much fatter in the face recently. And this is the time when she's claiming she's at one of her lightest weights in the past number of years. She's claiming she's 509. That's nearly as light as she got during her entire weight loss surgery saga. It's basically the lowest weight she got there. I think it was 502 or something. I don't think she ever cracked the 500s. But here we are, we're 509. And she suddenly looks fatter than she has in a long time. And she's just sitting here eating fucking pickles and saying, I eat lots of salty stuff. It's well, as a lymphedema queen, you probably shouldn't be.
My favorite freaking
Oh, it's going to be feeder stuff. Never mind.
So I am a texture girly.
I didn't even do that jump cut. She did that jump cut. What was the point of that jump cut? Snack. That's terrible name. She did that jump cut. Has she fallen out with her feeder or something like that? Okay, I appreciate the effort.
Big Crunch Snackums kosher dill. This is the way to go.
Remember the way at the start of the video I made the point of what when she was saying, there's things to say, but are they even worth saying? This was not something worth saying. There you go. I will be your guide from now on. The Vasek Snackums kosher dills, that was not worth saying.
So good. I've also come to the terms I really like.
Okay. She didn't jump cut that one. She just went straight into it. Why? Why did you jump cut away from the first crunch but not the second one?
The cool blue Gatorade as well.
I've come to terms that I like Gatorade.
So, that's a thing. I need a meal though.
Okay, I'm gonna reiterate the point of things that are not worth saying.
Is that having one pickle It's not gonna sustain me. So I think I'm gonna have this pesto tortellini. It's the Great Value brand.
What is with the weird, like, random quick zoom in there? Like, well, okay, bro, I'm glad to hear everything I eat. I guess this is what I eat in a day. I guess. I'm glad we just started with random pickles directly from the jar because I was bored.
Tastes homemade. Literally the best thing I've ever ate. Like,
have you ever had homemade pasta? Oh, this frozen pasta meal. Tastes homemade. Tastes homemade. Okay, bro. Like, you know.
So good.
Does it? Okay. We're high tits. What is this? I'm glad to know you went back to the bingo again. What is this angle for? Is she like self-conscious about filming in public or something like that? Because does she think like the tit window dress, you know, she's out here trying to pull a new girlfriend or whatever. Does she think tit eye view is like sexy or like, wow, girl, look at my tits, are in your face, they're big? Is she thinking like that, or is she trying to hide the camera so no one else can see that she's filming this? Like, okay, even that, this is not overly interesting because even like the audio is like sped up. You can hear like the audio is like chipmunky. Like audio is like sped up in the background. Like, what's the point of this? Oh, God. That was like fucking 30 seconds straight, was it? Was that like 30 seconds straight of that? That was nearly 30 seconds straight of just her, like, stamping bingo numbers. Okay, Jesus. It's not even like, it's like, if this was like 8 minutes and 20 seconds, I'd be like, oh, well, someone needed to get the 8 minutes. But that was just like totally pointless. Why did it need to be 30 seconds long?
So we just left bingo. My mom won.
Wow.
I didn't. So
weird.
Boo.
Your mom seems to win a lot.
So my sweet angel baby is currently in the sink.
Hi.
Because while Mama was gone, she got in.
That dog must be terrified. Like, it must be terrible. It's like a horse trying to fucking wipe you down. She is massive. Why is her stomach's like pretty pink? It looks like a bit inflamed or something like that.
Into something, and I literally can't figure out what it is.
Okay.
At all. But she has green all over her face. I'll post a picture.
Big ass sink. She just said she's in the sink, didn't she? That's a big sink.
Here, so you guys can see.
Maybe she like wiped against your fucking dress or something like that, and it came off. I don't know. Maybe I'd be quite concerned if I came home and my dog's face was like totally pretty green, like pretty green. I'd be somewhat concerned as to what my dog had got into. I'd probably go and look around. If you're just like, I don't fucking know, that's a wee bit worrying because like whatever she got into, she could get into again.
It's okay.
Is it?
She's actually a sweet baby. She hates baths.
Baby. What the fuck? I totally forgot how much I disliked her saying the word baby ever since the Feline era ended. She said, baby! What the fuck? Fucking pastas possessors trying to get back out of her again. Holy shit.
Y'all, the last episode, the finale of Squid Game, The Challenge is up, and I'm so excited.
Oh my god.
This genuinely has been such a freaking good show.
It's been such a good show, guys. She's so freaking excited. I literally couldn't even pretend to give a single thundering fuck about that show. Okay, thanks for letting us know. I'm sure they'll be interested. Netflix is going to sponsor you for the next season or something like that.
So I think I'm going to have a couple drinks.
Oh,
I'm an adult.
Any excuse?
We're fine, folks.
We're fine, folks. I'm an adult. Bro, wasn't it like a couple weeks ago she said she had to stop drinking because she realized she was relying on it because she's so sad and lonely, as she says herself, that everything's so fucking hard ever since she moved. All that shit. And now she'll be like, guys, it's fine. I'm an adult. You idiots. Bro, you're the one who made it out to be a problem. It's fine if you want to have a few drinks or something like that. But if you're apparently having to get drunk like 50% of the time in your own house by yourself because you're sad, and then having to order like Taco Bell and sit outside in the fucking cold for an hour waiting for it. If you're at that level of getting drunk every fucking night because you're so sad and lonely, it's not, I'm an adult. It's fine, guys.
Folks, I know people, what am I doing with my hair? I know people are worried. There's nothing to be worried about. I'm sorry that I ever like gave that impression. There was a moment where I felt like I was turning to alcohol, and I'm really not, because I noticed like if I'm in a bad mood, I'm not going to drink. I've talked about
I realized I was turning to alcohol, but I'm just not anymore because I'm just not. Yeah, I just noticed that I'm just not doing that. So yeah, that's my point. I guess easy slam dunk victory. Really, like like, firstly, no one is worried. I don't think I've ever seen anyone be actually worried for Amber. Like, people don't like Amber. I don't think they're actually worried. I think people, like, are, like, just spectating at this point. I think people are just kind of like, it's a foregone conclusion. No one's really giving her advice or worrying about her because they're like, well, she hasn't listened the last 3 million times. I think we're okay without giving her any advice she definitely won't fucking listen to. And if people are concerned about your level of drinking, it's because you are the one who said it. Like, you're the one who said it. Don't be like, guy, I'm an adult. It's all right, guys. Like, talking down to people because you're the one who said it. Like, it's so weird.
This before, I kind of just want to like sit here.
Wow, so excited.
As the girly pop that I am, and I want to watch this final
Girly
episode. It's
pop.
44 minutes long. Y'all, my attention span is non-existent. There's only a few shows where I can actually sit.
Oh, fantastic. We've remembered we have ADHD again, guys. Here, fucking buckle up, buckos.
And be like, wow, I am so entertained. This is one of them. What? And also Jersey Shore Family Vacation. That's like top.
We've literally, like, see, was it American Horror Story or Black Mirror? One of those ones. She sat down and watched like every episode for. She used to show us her date nights with Feline, and her date nights were just like movie nights. It was just them sitting there watching a movie together. It, like, if your attention span's so bad you can't watch a single episode of a TV show, like, how could you sit down and watch entire movies with Feline? Remember, she made the claim previously that she had a whole bunch of tabs on her computer because she said, my attention span is, it's not even 1 minute long, guys. I have 15 YouTube videos going at once. I watch 1 minute of one, move to the next one, watch 1 minute of that, move to the next one, watch 1 minute of that. This is all her LARP because this is what she thought people with ADHD were actually like. So she just decided to pretend this is her personality for, I think it was about 2 vlogs, and then she totally forgot about it. I'm glad this has made a comeback. Apparently now though her attention span's like 40 minutes long, not a minute, so she's done better. 2 right now, where I can actually sit and watch a full episode in one go. No movie. But no movies, okay. But you don't do anything with your life. I like imagine what's going through Amber's head. Amber's pretending she doesn't like sit down and just watch TV because she has nothing going on in her life. Like she just doesn't. So what does she do? Does she sit there and just pretend she like watches like 1 minute of things just on a loop for 24 hours straight or something like that?
Please, nothing. I can't do that with like literally anything.
Except when you did.
Video, nothing. Speaking of YouTube video, Chantel, her new video, I'm obsessed. Saying how she lied about her weigh-in. Like,
oh my god, so was this whole fake ADHD storyline just to try and naturally segue into talking about Chantel? Is that seriously what she did there? The whole, like, I can't, like, it's just this TV show, guys. It's just this one TV show. I can't even watch movies or YouTube video. Oh, speaking of, since you guys brought it up, YouTube videos. Fuck, is that really what she did that for? Oh, that was embarrassing.
Literally... Okay, like, do you want my crown? Because I can go get it for you, polish it off.
You don't have
like,
one.
that's the type of energy we need in this community because...
I think it's like funny, I guess, that Amber is like trying to do this like jokey thing about the crown, but it's like, but you don't have the crown. I don't think anyone cares about Amber right now. Like, yeah, she has like more views than Foodie, I guess, like, but but it's just like a massive, I guess, but your view count is like massively died. Foodie's like view count is like bad, but it's like, it's consistent. It's been consistent for like, I don't know, like a year. Amber's is doing nothing but going down. Do you want my crown? For what? Her I faked my weight loss thing. Oh, by the way, I saw she'd recently put up a community tab post because she has to like convince her fucking beezers that it was a joke. Because so many of her beezers, because they're genuinely so fucking brain dead. You know, despite Salah being like, ha, you trolling the brain deads. Apparently he was fucking right. Because her beezers are the one who fucking fell for it. Her beezers are the one being like, it's okay, Chantel. We understand. Shit like that. They actually fucking fell for it. This is how stupid her actual fucking audience are. Because she does have an audience. She has an audience of like 100 or so people who actually still like her. And they're all, if you ever like, see someone comment on her, just click on them, and it's either like a brand new account very suspiciously, or it's an account that is like trying to be her. It's trying to post up like, you know, women girly wife vlogs and shit like that. They're just people trying to be her, so they're trying to get in with her.
Oh my god, people, I can't. Everyone wants me and Chantel to be bigger than what we really are, and it's like, y'all, we're already big. Like, trust me.
It's not that people want you to be bigger than you are. People want you to be honest. Because it's like, yeah, you're already big. That is a factual statement. But the problem is, you then lie. Just like you when you visibly get larger, and then suddenly go like, guys, I'm 509 pounds. oh, this weigh-in's going to be so hard for me. And the next thing you weigh and you go, oh, guys, I'm 505 pounds. What? I lost weight. What? And then like a week later, you're like, guys, my scale was broken out or something. I don't fucking know. I'm 540 pounds, whatever. And then just like, people will laugh at you and a week later be like, ah, guys, I'm actually 520 pounds. Because you just change your weight constantly. Because that's just what you fucking do. So, like, people just want you to be, like, honest with it. I don't think anyone actually cares about your weight. Like, I don't care about what weight they are. It really doesn't make any difference to me. If they're 300 pounds, if they're 500 pounds, if they're 600 pounds. I just genuinely don't really care. It's not an interest of mine, their weights. It's just an interesting part of their psychosis. That, for some reason, they just all have to lie about their weight and make it such a big central part. Because they realize that it's such a big central part of their brand online is being fat. It's just like Chantel. Chantel claiming she's 360 pounds, which is just ridiculous. It is just ridiculous. That's why people are so interested in that, even more so than with Amber, because people are just going like, bro, come the fuck on. Can we just not? So it's not people wanting you to be bigger than you are. People want you to be honest about your weight because it's embarrassing when you lie.
You already have that on us, so you don't need to make us even bigger than we already are. So,
sure.
I'm going to go get me a Buzzball from my fridge.
Oh, yay.
I'm going to crack it open. I'm going to start this episode, and I'm so freaking excited.
I'm so excited
so I'm going to have a pineapple colada Buzzball. And I think I'm also going to have some salami and some of...
Are we pretending this is like the all she ate in a day thing? Is like, I had some pickles, and then I had like a frozen pasta meal, and now I'm just going to get drunk and eat salami. You know what? Sure, I don't know how many calories on the Buzzballs, but if that was like all she actually ate, it wouldn't actually be that bad calorie wise. Admittedly, it's seemingly nothing but salt so far, so it's like I'm amazed her lymphedema isn't super swelling. Surprisingly, she hasn't pointed out all the water she's definitely drinking today. Very weird, that, guys.
This garlic and herb cheese spread with some crackers.
Oh
I'm gonna watch my show. It's gonna be a time, I promise. Cheers.
She's actually doing like her like charcuterie board this time, but without all the faffing about, I guess. she's not like bringing out the weird board and setting it up. She's just going straight to the crackers, the salami, and the cheese.
Just have to be on guard.
Honestly, today has been a weird pasta day for me. I don't really usually have this much pasta, but your girl's craving carbs.
A natural statement. I'm craving carbs, guys. I've felt that before on keto, but that's on keto. When you're actually on like keto and you just go, oh, I just want some fucking carbs. I don't care if they're bad. I just want some fucking carbs. So I get that bit. But the rest of this bit is like, I don't usually have this much pasta. Well, you only had like one thing of pasta. I'm assuming I can hear something boiling in the background, so I'm assuming there's more pasta on the way. Can't wait.
So I'm currently just boiling some.
What the fuck? I thought this was like a really big, deep pan at first, but I've never seen someone like this is like a frying pan. I've never seen someone like make like pasta in a frying pan before.
Elbow pasta.
Because like it's directly over the heat. Like this, surely the pasta would burn.
Here, and then I'm gonna add some of this unsalted butter,
yeah,
garlic salt, grated Parmesan cheese, and some tapatio, and it's gonna be.
It's like she's like making her mean food. The only thing that's surprising with the unsalted butter isn't like garlic salted butter or something like that. But I guess we do have garlic salt coming straight afterwards. It feels like she's just mixing her mean foods together. Like, is she gonna put some salami on top of this? It's gonna go like, I don't fucking dip a pickle. Pickle's more like a foodie beauty thing. Well, they are trying to copy each other recently.
Great, I promise. This is the pasta I'm using. Barilla elbows.
Well, you gotta make sure you're gonna write that off in tax, guys. Hey, Mr. Tax Accountant, just so you know, I'm having Barillo's elbows. Just so you know, tax accountant man.
So one thing about me is I do like my pasta al dente. Okay. I do not like it squishy.
I like mine quite firm as well.
No. Let me try one here.
Did she repeat that, or was that just like an audio loop for some reason? Squishy, no. Squishy, no.
That is pretty close to perfect.
Okay.
So let me let it boil for another, I'd say, minute or so.
It's boiling pretty aggressively.
I'll be right back. I left the...
Okay, so it was near perfect, and then you let it boil, like solid boil. Like that was quite a boil. It wasn't like a simmer or anything like that. For like a solid minute more. So it's probably a past being al dente at this point if it was perfect a minute ago, but whatever.
The tiniest bit of water in there.
And
I'm going to add...
You're just like cooking it. You're fucking frying it. You poured out pretty much all the water and you're just like frying it now over directly over the heat.
Add the butter.
Ugh.
Garlic salt.
Okay. Ugh.
The Parmesan. And the...
Don't eat pasta there with your cheese, love. Jesus fuck. That is like... It's quite a chunk of like fucking butter. I've never just thought, hey, why not? I'll just stick some butter in my pasta. It never really crossed my mind. Maybe it could be an amazing deal. Maybe it could be the best meal if you've ever had. but I don't know. It's not really for me.
Tapatio.
Wow.
And then I just continuously stir. Usually it takes a few minutes.
A few minutes over the heat. If it was like nearly perfect, a minute before you stop boiling the water, and then you're gonna like you left it sitting there on top of the heat, and you're gonna stir it for a few minutes on top of the heat. That is definitely not going to be perfect al dente pasta. Holy shit!
So
I can't believe we're doing
I'm
this.
actually just gonna turn off the burner.
It looks like just macaroni and cheese at this point, doesn't it? It just looks like macaroni and cheese. Like I thought it was gonna be a bit more interesting. Also, has this woman forgot she lives by herself? Because like holy shit, the size of that.
Because the heat will stay.
Are you cooking for your entire family? Is your mom, her fiance, your granny, your aunt all coming over? This is so much fucking pasta.
I made this, I want to say like a week ago.
Wow.
And it was so delicious. I was like, okay.
A week ago you were like pretending to be on keto, so like sure, fucking pop off.
I don't know what it is, but I'm just like not on track.
Wow.
At all.
Imagine.
In any sort of way.
I cannot wait for your next weigh-in where you pretend to lose weight again because you're acting like you're off track right before you'd lost even more weight last time. This is what I say about the weight thing. But guys, you already have it on us that we're already huge. You don't need to make us bigger. It's because you will act like this, and then the next time you weigh in, you will claim you're an even lighter weight than you are.
And I was actually thinking about going back to 1 meal a day, which is what I was doing when I lost 30.
Is this your one meal for the day? Because honestly, with so much fucking pasta, you might actually be at your calorie limit just with this amount of pasta.
30 pounds in just 1 month.
Sure.
Like that genuinely.
That's okay. Well, that's a lie. She lost 30 pounds in 1 month. Sir, you didn't. You didn't. It wasn't on 1 meal a day. She changed her like constant her diet plan. It was keto 1 minute. It was 1 meal a day. It was only takeout. It was no takeout. It was 2 meals a day. She changed it constantly. So it wasn't, oh, I did 1 meal a day for a month straight and I lost 30 pounds. No, you didn't. You changed it constantly.
Works for me.
And that's if I believe you lost 30 pounds.
All right, so here is my
so
pasta.
much.
I promise. It might not look the greatest.
It looks burnt. I've never seen pasta before. I'm going like, that's some dry ass looking pasta there.
But it tastes so good. So I'm sure there's plenty to come for me for in this video. But I think I own like 3 spoons. And they're dirty. I really didn't feel like cleaning them, so I'm literally eating my pasta with a measuring spoon.
Oh, she's so fucking quirky, guys. So quirky. That's come on. Like, does she sit down and go like, God damn it, I am the most boring person alive. What do I have? What do I have sitting around the house? Because obviously it has to be sitting around the house because like she's too lazy to actually leave the house. What can I do here, guys? What should I do? Should I maybe have filmed more of the bingo? Should I maybe have filmed more of my mom at the bingo? No. Duh. Obviously. I'm gonna pretend to eat with like a measuring spoon. Ha! Crazy, guys. Especially try to... Okay.
Yes, I am.
See, okay. Remember this. I remember when she was moving, I made the joke because I laughed at her because she had so many measuring spoons and they were massive. So if you were going to do that, there's no reason you need to use like one of the smaller sizes of measuring spoon. If this is a real story, I'm just gonna... Yeah, that was a really loud slurp, which is very deliberate while she stared into the camera. It's feeder shit.
I will say that something I've noticed living on my own is like I cook a lot for one person because I'm used to cooking for 2 people. But
you also did that you did that when you were Feline as well. This is your serving size. This is like crazy that she's trying to pretend suddenly. It's like, oh, I've noticed I'm only doing this, guys, because it's when I was with Feline, I cooked this amount for the 2 of us. No, this was like your serving size in the other place as well. Don't lie.
One thing I am proud of, like, you guys, a few years ago, like, I would have made too much, ate the whole thing.
Yeah, like you're right too.
This is how much that I am saving
for
tomorrow. I will say I do have a bad...
Trust me, guys. Trust me, guys. Definitely trust me. It's that's definitely going to happen. It's not going to be eaten the second time this fucking camera. Look, she didn't even believe it. Look at that.
Habit of always putting all of my food in one bowl when it's like obvious I'm not going to eat the whole thing.
That's not true.
Maybe it's because like for me it's satisfying knowing like I can stop myself now.
That's literally not true. Also, you've made a point before that you are binging, you aren't binging, you have binging disorder, don't have binging disorder. You change it constantly on if you can stop yourself or not. That's not true. I have very specifically seen you cook too much, and you said I've cooked too much, and then you put it into one of those glass Tupperware containers to put in the fridge. You don't always immediately put the whole thing into one bowl to eat what you want, and then the rest of it you put away. You don't do that. You will lick this plate clean before the night is done.
From eating the whole thing, whereas years ago, your girl would have ate this whole bowl.
Sure.
But all of this, I'm done. That was so good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna save the rest for later. I'm currently on my 3rd Buzzball.
Oh my god, it's so kind of crazy.
I know a lot of you want me to live stream, especially while
no one does.
Is making an appearance, and I think about it a lot. I do. I have it in my brain frequently.
See, maybe if you were actually being drunk Lynn and weren't like this weird fake shit, maybe it'd be more interesting. But I find her live streams. I never watched it in the drunk era, which she was apparently live streaming drunk all the time. I never watched that, so I don't know. Maybe it was incredible, but the most recent live streams, they're so boring. Like Foodie Beauty's live streams can be pretty boring, but at least it's always the opportunity for her to like freak the fuck out at people and kind of lose her shit. Amber is so incredibly, even when she reads negative comments, she is so clearly reading the negative comments just to try and encourage people to super chat more. It is so blatant. So yeah, no, I'm not really overly interested in her live streams.
To live stream, even sober, I feel like it would be super freaking fun. I have not live streamed since moving. I haven't live streamed since
Destiny.
When was the last time?
Oh my god.
Okay, I remember.
Oh my god, like, remember with the Chantel thing earlier on? I said, "Oh wait, did you do this whole ADHD storyline just to talk about Chantel?" You know, like the whole like, "Oh my," like that. Did she do that whole like people want me to live stream thing just so she can make reference to Destiny again? When was it? I want to live stream, guys. Actually, when was it the last time I live streamed? I'm trying to. Oh yes. Oh, I remember now. Holy actual shit, that's embarrassing.
Remember now. So I don't know. It's like even talking about it now, I'm like, oh my god, should I go live stream right now?
No.
I know a lot of people want tea, which I have tea.
No, you don't.
Especially like my dating life. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Sure.
I do, you know.
I don't know. Just don't buy that she has any tea. Like I just don't. Like she's been hinting at it so often. She's told us she was going to drop it. She's told us she was going to come out and tell everyone all the stuff that happened in the previous relationship or in the weight loss saga. No, but she wasn't safe in her old house and she had to wait until she was gone before she could tell us anything had happened. All that shit, and then nothing's coming. I don't think she really has any tea. She just doesn't. She's been too boring recently to have any tea on anyone. I just think this is just her standard, like, I don't know, trillion long clickbait the next one. Make sure you guys keep watching, because eventually I might tell you what this tea is, that kind of shit.
I have been talking to people, and I'm open to that, but, like, I don't think I'm open for a relationship right now, unless, like,
okay,
you know, I fall in love, or
isn't this the same woman who was talking about how sad and lonely she was, and she was, like, desperately searching for, like, a new wifey, like immediately once the last one was gone, so much so that she was declaring that she was in love with random people, and then at one point it was 2 people she was in love with, and then suddenly it wasn't. It was only just one person she was in love with, and then it was 3 people she was in love with, but actually it was just the original 2 but not another person, and then suddenly she's being ghosted by men. All this shit. I honestly don't think anything is actually going on. I do not think there's anything going on. I think she is upset that wifey dumped her probably before she was able to get a new girlfriend sorted. She has such a bad name now compared to what she used to have. It probably is just harder for her to try and find a sap who is likely to come in, especially when they look at her and they realize that she's not nearly making as much money as she used to. You know, back when she was getting like, I don't know, 100,000, 200,000 views per video, and she was like raking in the money, that might be able to convince someone, okay, well, I'll put up with this because I'm going to get a lot of money out of it. But now you're not going to. She gets 30,000 views per video. It's like, good, certainly, but it's like nowhere near close enough to you want to have to put up with someone like Amber for. So I think she's probably struggling to find a new wifey. That's why the tit window keeps coming out. And she's just upset about Feline. That's what all the videos are about.
Just like, oh my god, this person is so perfect. You know, I'm not really like looking for a relationship. I know people think that that's the case, but I actually love living by myself.
Sure, so much so that you can't even clean your cutlery. Well, people think you want a relationship because you said you wanted it. We're going back to the drinking alone in her house thing, where people said, oh, well, you shouldn't be drinking alone in your house because it's bad for you, and then she's acting like they're all idiots, even though she was the one who said that it was bad for her. But not now she doesn't want a relationship, even though she was the one who said that she does, and is very clearly wanting a relationship, but no, she actually loves being single, even though she said it's sad and lonely. Like, that's why with Amber, it's just very much like, okay, bro, yep, whatever you say, work away, bro.
So even if I got into a relationship, I don't want to like have a live-in relationship. I want to experience being in a relationship with someone where it's like we go on dates and like you drop me off at my house, or like I have days where I'm able to miss you, like dating, like true dating. Like I don't.
Okay, but apparently she missed people when they're at work. When Destiny was working, she was at home. She go in and visit Destiny on her own days off. She went into Destiny's work back when they both worked as a carrier. She would go in and just to hang out with Destiny. Or when Destiny was working in the government building, whatever it was that she ended up quitting from, she was apparently telling Destiny, you have to phone me every single day, breaks, lunch times, everything like that. So, like, I want to be able to miss you. Apparently, you can't be able to miss someone. You have to speak to them constantly.
Want a live-in girlfriend, because that's what I've been doing since I was 18. And I'm fixing to be 33 on the 27th. Oh my God, it is my birthday month, folks. Yes, it is. So it's like...
No one cares at all. No one cares at all.
Within itself, that lasted over a decade. It lasted 14 years. And it's like, I want to experience, like, continuously living on my own and taking care of homely responsibilities by myself and just being, like, independent.
But you can't even, like, wash your cutlery. I don't know. It's just, you need your mom to take you everywhere. If you want to do, like, responsibilities by yourself, maybe, I don't know, learn to drive. Or Ubers. Like, it's fine. Like, I respect someone a lot more if they're taking Ubers everywhere they need to go, as opposed to just saying, Mom, I need you to take me this place, I need you to do this, I need you to take me shopping, you to do my laundry. If you just even got an Uber, I think it would actually be, like, more respectable than if you had to get your mom to do everything for you.
Dependent in that way. Whereas, like, a partner is just, like, an extra part of my life and not, like, my whole life. I have a bad habit of making my partners my whole life.
Yes, you do.
Especially
because you're obsessive.
Like, I mean, even in, like, talking stages, I tend to
be obsessive
do that as well. And I want to blame it on my BPD, because as you guys...
Oh my God, of course it's your BPD and not the fact that you just don't have any actual personality traits, like, whatsoever. Like, you really don't have, like, a personality. Like, she's not really an overly interesting person. She doesn't have, like, hobbies or anything like that. She's obsessive over girlfriends, and she takes on their interests to try and force a better bond with them quicker.
No, I was diagnosed borderline personality disorder.
Were you actually,
I don't want to blame it on that. But I think also just, like, I don't know, sometimes it's hard to, like, separate your true self with, is this just, like, my mental illness? But deep down, I know that, like, I have a big heart and I tend to love people very strongly. That's just, like, who I am at my core. And
I'm just too nice, guys. It's really hard to separate me from my mental illness, because my mental illness is the blame for everything negative I've ever done and been accused of, because deep down I actually am an amazing person. Fucking hell, it's like I'm watching, like, Boogie or something like that. It's why I find it so interesting that these three people, like Boogie, Chantel, and her, are all so similar, because it is just like watching the three of them back to back anytime I fucking on this.
I don't think I ever want to change that about me, because I feel like that's a beautiful thing. There's just so much person, like, hate in the world, and I'm just not that girly.
Oh my God,
I've never been that girly, and I know
a
lot of you dislike me because of things I've done.
Holy shit, this is the one time she actually seems to be getting emotional. This is, like, more emotional she seems than when she actually, like, had the breakup with Feline, and it's her talking about people not liking her because she's a narcissist. Like, of course she is upset by the idea of people not adoring her, because that is genuinely upsetting to her. Even when she is out here telling everyone, anything that's negative about me, that's my mental health, that's my BPD that I've only recently been diagnosed with, not my fault whatsoever, I'm actually such an amazing person. There's so much hate in the world, but nothing to do with me. I'm just such a lovely, amazing person, even though she was, like, celebrating Chantel apparently, like, trolling people earlier on. But she's also the person who says trolling is harmless, but trolling her is not harmless. Trolling her is evil, because of course she's narcissistic like that. This is, like, it reminds me of a time when you're watching Boogie, where there's Boogie who's on a live stream at one point, and he said something to the fact of, people dislike me because people on the internet are raised on hate and anger and being upset and disgusted by things, and they just can't accept that someone as kind and loving and genuine and amazing as me exists. That is actually what he said. He made the claim that people just dislike him because he is actually, like, a saintly person, and they can't stand that it's such a good person actually exists because it makes them feel bad about how awful they are. That's actually his claim. This is nearly what she's fucking going with here, when she's talking about how I'm such a good person, there's so much hate in the world, but nothing to do with me, I'm such a great person. She is genuinely, like, a dog shit person.
Said in the past, and it's just, like, overall as a whole, I have changed a lot.
Have you?
Why am I getting emotional?
Oh,
I owe a big thing.
I think it's so funny that she's genuinely emotional, just at the idea of people not liking her. That is the true narcissism coming out.
Thanks to my ex, because I just
the one who asked you to stop talking about them and you're still talking about them.
I am super immature in a lot of ways. I'm very childish, but she helped ground me a little bit, and I feel like I matured in certain aspects for sure.
Like what aspects?
I'm always gonna be childish, and I'm always gonna troll.
Well, I love she's now assigning her. It's okay for her to troll because she's just being childish, guys. It's okay for me to troll because I'm just being. I literally just said that. Oh, Jesus Christ, this is so fucking goofy. Like, also your ex who asked you to stop talking about her, and you're once again talking about her and like crying about her because this is the woman who doesn't want a girlfriend, is happy being single, loves being by herself in this house, but no, definitely she once again is drinking and talking about her girlfriend.
But it's never out of like illness.
Sure.
Like, it's never like ill. What is that saying? It's never like in an ill way, like a bad way.
I love she always just thinks like her trolling is just like totally harmless and totally fine, even as she like promotes her lifestyle to people, lies about her weigh-ins, lies about her lifestyle, lies about her health. Do you remember there was a time, it was like right before I started like really watching her, because I remember I watched back a couple of videos. It was last year, it was right before she went in with the pneumonia stretched muscle, whatever she pretended it was in the end, in the hospital like 3 or 4 times in a row. Like not long before that, she had released a video that was called something risk of thyroid cancer. And I was just like, oh, Jesus Christ, is the cancer back? Does she have a risk of cancer? But the only mention of cancer in the entire like 20-minute video was she was reading, she had new medication and she was reading through the medication, and one of the side effects was like risk of thyroid cancer. And that was it. She didn't even stay on it. She didn't talk about it. That was the only mention in the entire video. But she put it in the thumbnail to try and clickbait her cancer. This is the woman who's like, there's no ill intent or anything like that in what I'm doing. I'm just childish, see, it's just so funny and stuff like. But she's out here like trying to clickbait, potentially having cancer again for money.
I was just coming from like, hi, I'm a troll and I like to be stupid sometimes. I don't even know.
Certainly one of those two things.
Don't mind me. I don't know. I've just been thinking a lot lately, like just about life in general and YouTube.
I remember what earlier on she said she doesn't drink when she's sad. Glad that lasted.
I have went back and I've watched videos from like,
oh my god,
2019, 2017.
Wow.
And I feel like those eras were a very different Amberlynn.
Yeah, when you actually like had like friends and like people you could hang out with and a girlfriend. And you left the house, all that kind of stuff. She is seriously having a midlife crisis. She's having a midlife crisis, holy shit. Truly
a very different Amberlynn. And it's like, I had no filter back then, like to the point of like, I even shocked myself with some of the things that I said. And I really feel like that's a big reason why
people like preferred that Amberlynn. Also, it was only like a year ago, you did the whole like sympathy bone thing with Narc Alert. So don't try to be like 2017, guys. Because a lot of lolcows do this where they try and say, well, me, 5 years ago, yes, you guys are right. I was a lolcow back then. I was a terrible person. I'm such a changed, different person right now. See, look how humble I'm being. I'm accepting my faults. And now we can all move on and we can all be friends now. And you can never troll me again because I've accepted it and acknowledged that I was bad 5 years ago. Because they always have to, it can't be like last week or yesterday or today. They can't accept any of that stuff. It always has to be like 5 years ago when it's long enough away that you can't, that in their head, you can't hold it against them anymore if they admit that it was true. That is literally what she's doing here, but it was only a year ago she was doing the fucking Narc Alert shit.
People stuck around and watched me because it's like,
because you're a train wreck.
The craziest things, and now it's like those
and
things
no one wants to watch you.
I would never share now, and I feel like it's causing like a big disconnect, and I literally hate that. I'm truly trying to find a balance between
you've been talking about this for ages,
but also the Amberlynn that you guys enjoy most.
Well, no one enjoys this. Like, you're clearly not trying to find a connection point. Because she's been saying this for ages. She's been saying this the entire time I've been watching her. Where it's, yes, I know my vlogs right now are bad, guys, but I'm trying to strike a balance of what I want to do and what I want to talk about and what I want to be private about. But then she'll constantly, like, clickbait shit over and over and over again and leave hints and, oh, well, guys, there's stuff happening in the background that I can't talk about. Even though the one clear way of addressing that is to not mention it whatsoever, but she can't do it because all she has is clickbaiting. Because that's all she has. And it's not because she's a private person now. She just doesn't have a life. There's nothing else. There's nothing to talk about. She has no life. That's why we're here, unfortunately.
And I am having a little bit of a hard time figuring that out. So
oh my god, midlife crisis is real.
We all need to be patient. I need to be patient with myself. I need you guys to be patient with me. I know my content is...
if she says her content's been bad recently, her content has been bad for fucking ages. There's no point. People, you guys have to be patient with me. That is literally her saying, like, I know my view counts are dying, but you just have to keep watching me, guys. I know my content's shit. I know lots of people have stopped watching me because I'm being so boring, but you just have to keep watching me, guys. There you go. That's it. You just have to.
Very far, few in between. Like, I only upload once to like twice, maybe 3 times a week. And I want to go back to like every other day. And it's like, I just actively...
That would basically be like every other day. 3 times a week is basically every other day. I don't think people are upset that you're only posting 3 times a week. I don't think people are upset by that. I think people think the content is bad. I think people will be happy to wait every other day or only have 3 or 2 uploads a week if it was like good content. But this is the woman who's like telling people, oh, I want to try and make a connection with my audience again. And it starts with like just this random shit about going to bingo and like 30 seconds of just that nonsense. Her talking about her hair, even though she doesn't understand it. Feed her fetish stuff. Pretend to walk her dog. My dog going into something green. Praising Chantel. Randomly sitting there making passes. Like, what about any of this content does she think people want to watch? The problem is she has no other content.
Find myself feeling super self-conscious about what I'm filming, what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, that's because shit.
I don't like
and that's your fault.
At all. So it prevents me from filming.
Oh,
and I really, really hate that. Sorry, if you see me...
Does it make you feel self-conscious at all? Like, as you're sitting filming, just the wankiest shit. Like, do you actually feel self-conscious? Do you actually sit there and think there's any form of quality control going into this? Like, it is... shit. It's nonsense. The stuff you're filming is genuinely bad. Remember the way there was a while where she would really only film content when she was high? She was on the Delta 8 gummies and she would only really film content when she was high, and it was really obvious. I think we're getting to that point with alcohol now. But I don't think she's as drunk as she pretends to be. But I do think she probably drinks to film. Because she has nothing going on. So, and it's easier to just sit there and just film nothing when you're drinking.
Looking down, I'm just like... playing with this guy over and over and over. I'm a very fidgety person, like, random fact, but I'm sure...
Crazy random fact, guys. Like, everyone does that. Like, this is also the problem with narcissists, is they think everything they do is, like, really unique and really interesting. It's like, that's pretty standard, bro.
If you guys have watched me long enough, you know that, because it's something that I have shared countless times.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I have. Really boring. Really boring.
I should have just live streamed.
Wow, that was a really good end to that video. Really poor video just in general, because it's just nonsense. It really is just nonsense. It is just like trying, like, half the time she's talked about like things like the Squid Games TV show or the talking about live streaming. It just felt like she was just setting up to talk about things she wanted to talk about, but didn't want to be blatant and just going ahead and talking about them. The food stuff is kind of cringe that she's still lying to us about how much she eats. Like, remember, this is the one who said she's off track. And in the everything I ate in the day, she didn't really eat crazy. She didn't go nuts or anything like that. She didn't get takeout or anything like that. Even though the everything I ate today thing, like, if she'd done it yesterday, it would have been like 4 fucking Taco Bells. Yep, pretty poor video. Really, really unimpressed with Amber recently. I kind of am happy she's not doing vlogs now, because if she was doing this kind of content every day, I would be so bored. But that's going to be the end of the video, guys. Have a good one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.